today. Okay? So there's pretty much a bulk of your final. How much is this project?
100
points. So, because that's what you guys are doing all quarter. Okay? Today is the only day. Only day. I am not here next week, so no makeups. This is it.
You have sub next week.
I have a sub next week Thursday. I only have you guys once next week. So, only today is your day. I can guarantee you guys, I'm sorry to say this, but if you have an A and you do not do this project, it's not going to be an A anymore. Okay? It's going to be quite a low grade. So you guys, I gave you guys, where did we go yesterday?
The
Computer lab. I gave you guys a period to get research done and start your programs there. So if it's not done, I'm sorry. Everything that is due today is your brochure. And with your brochure, I should be seeing your rubric with it. Everybody had a copy of the rubric.
Oh, my brochure. Miss, if you don't have my rubric, that's tough.
And you guys have to have done today. Valerie, who asked me for a rubric?
Can I turn it in at lunch?
Miss, do we lose when we don't have a rubric?
How much is it?
Alright, so while everybody does presentations, you guys are not just sitting there. You guys are actually going to be taking notes. How many notes do you think you need to take per person? 2 per person, so everybody should get at least 2 sheets of paper out. You guys are going to write the presenter's name. You're going to write the disease that they've researched and 2 facts that you learned. Okay? You guys will also give them a grade between 1 and 10. Because that is what the presentation is. It's only 10 points. Okay? 1 through 10. 10 means they did great, full credit. 1, they could have projected more. They could have gave us more facts. Okay? You guys give them between 1 and 10. Okay. Between 1 and 10. That's the only thing you guys are grading. The bulk of it, which is the 100 points, is what I will be grading. So everything will be coming in today. If you guys need paper, there's paper in the back. Okay, I'll give you guys a few minutes to set everything up.
Mine, Josh. Let me see. I never do it. Let me see. I never do it. I just wrote this.
No, you can do that.
Oh, I
What's the inside?
I did the inside. It needs to have pictures.
Just front and back.
How's mine look?
Blue tongue picture. Miss, you can turn it in lunch. You can turn it in lunch.
Miss, can we turn it in at lunch?
You have until today.
Oh, shit. Michelle.
Alright, so Michelle will be going first. So everybody will be writing Michelle's name. Okay, now when people are presenting, what are we doing?
Quiet, attentive listeners.
Very good, quiet, attentive listeners. We are not talking to our neighbors. We are listening for 2 facts. If you guys have questions, you wait till the end, you raise your hand, you ask your questions. Any questions?
No.
All right.
So hi, I'm Michelle, and I did my project on tuberculosis. And then I chose this project because humans can get this, so it's a zoonotic disease. And my family personally, we have farms and we breed animals. And this disease causes animals to get abortions, stillborns, and weak young. And also, you can contract this disease by touching or even breathing the same air as the animal because it is a bacterial infection.
Wait. What is it called?
What's the name? Tuberculosis.
Oh,
And so ways to prevent it is consulting your vet for vaccines and culling animals. So you want to sell them, you don't want to breed them anymore, and you don't want any herds. Another way you can do it is quarantine. and most importantly is making sure, like screening and testing their blood to make sure that they don't have it. So especially when you sell their meat or dairy products, you want to make sure that it's clean of this bacterial infection, or else you'll make people sick. And it affects humans by giving them back pain, abdominal pain, and sore joints.
Does anybody have any questions?
No.
Very good.
I'll give that a 10.
Alright.
Bravo!
Get you guys' 2 facts down. Give her 1 through 10. Who would like to be next? I will randomly pull.
I'll go.
There we go. Alright. Attention.
So I chose mites because I had a guinea pig that died from mites. I don't know how, but she did. So mites can affect bunny rabbits, like pretty much any small-footed animals and humans. Mites can cause an animal to lose its fur. It causes irritations to the skin. It can also cause the animal to get dandruff, and it causes the animal to get really itchy, which can irritate the skin even more than it was. So mites contrast by, because for the fur mite, there's different kinds of mites. There's fur mites, there's mage mites, and there's ear mites, which are faster like those. Fur mites can be found in any age of rabbits, mostly common in a young animal, or those with underlying diseases that prohibit grooming. Also more common in long-haired rabbits because they attract to like dead skin and stuff. Inhabited to groom the rear end or the tail base region can contribute starts or irritation in these areas. The sources of fur mites are pet stores, shelters, and breeders. So pretty much they can get it from the owners of the other rabbits.
So what do mites relate to?
Mites relate to like fleas and ticks.
Parasite.
Yeah.
So can humans get mites?
Yes, humans can get mites because if you touch them, the mites are attracted to your skin and it will cause, like, they eat the nasty old skin.
Very good.
Okay, who's next?
Who's next? Okay, so we got one. Who's next?
Jamari.
You're that or a pool. There we go. Good job, Scotty. You got this.
Why don't you guys go?
We don't have any.
So, Miss, what we have to say? Describe what
Letting us say your name.
Yup.
Okay, good job. Listening ears.
Yup, I chose leptospirosis. Yeah.
Please spell that.
Sound it out.
Leptospirosis.
Spirosis.
Yeah. Leptospirosis.
One more time.
That's okay. Here we go.
Yup. There's 4 names. Other names that it's called Wells syndrome, swamp fever, mud fever, and ottoman fever. The definition is a bacterial systematic zoonotic disease that affects many species of wild and domestic animals as well as humans. It affects 10 animal species: bovine, canine. Is that human?
Canine. Equine is horses, humans.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
So horses, humans, feline. What is a swine?
Isn't that a
Pig. What's a swine? What's a swine?
Pig.
Pig.
Oh.
Very good. Very good.
How would you say pig? Yeah.
Okay, so it affects. Do you know what it does to the animal? Like, how can you see anything?
I don't know. I didn't get that far. And then,
Geography is, what does that mean?
oh, it's in 6 different countries. So there's one. It's in Africa, Australia, Asia, Europe, North America, and South America. Yeah.
Pretty much all over the world.
Okay, I'm done.
Good job.
Hey, that's a question.
You have a question?
Yeah, I have a question too.
Okay, what's your question?
What causes leptospirosis?
What causes it? Do you know?
No, I didn't get. I think England might have.
Wet environments. Very good, Oni. Oni's gonna also be doing the second one on that one. So leptospirosis is the only one that has a double. So you guys will have more facts on leptospirosis on the next one. Okay.
I'm confused.
What environment?
Wet environment. Huh? No. Okay, everybody got 2 facts? And agreed. Next, Salina.
Okay, my name is Serena, and I did ringworm in pocket pets. How is the disease contracted? Ringworm is a fungal organism that infects the skin. Ringworm spreads through direct contact with infected animals or humans. It can also be spread through contaminated bedding and litter. Ringworm is highly contagious and spreads to humans and animals. The symptoms and effects of ringworm are skin lesions, hair loss, thick scaly skin, reddened skin, irritated skin, flaky skin, and itching. Ringworm makes the host extremely itchy, which causes them to scratch and further inflict injuries upon themselves. To diagnose the disease, it's best to, if you see your animal scratching a lot and itching, and you see the hair is coming off, it's best to go to the veterinarian. The veterinarian will thoroughly examine your animal. They will do skin scrapings of the infected area, and they will look under a microscope and see the ringworm fungal organism. And while you're at the vet will try to diagnose how your animal contracted it. So, and my references, and that's ringworm.
Any questions? What's a pocket pet?
I have rabbit.
Very good. Now you remember, I believe was it second quarter when we noticed Lily, our guinea pig, she was losing a lot of fur. Her cole wasn't looking too good. Do we think that could be a sign of ringworm?
Yeah.
Wait, does
Or rabies.
Very good. That could have been a sign of either she may have had a little bit of ringworm or she may have had a little bit of the mites. But does she still look that way?
No.
No, she's good. I got her checked. She's good to go. So make sure that she was protected from all you guys because I know you guys were touching her. But she was good. She just had a little bit of the mites. Okay. Next one. Very good, honey.
What?
Yeah. My disease is on leptospirosis. Causes infected water, soil, mud, or drinking another dog's urine. Also, dogs that spend a long time in a kennel. And some signs is that sudden fever, stiffness in muscles, lack of appetite, depression, and increased thirst and urination. And dogs it's contagious to other dogs and humans. This disease could be spread by other dogs sharing the same water bowls or drinking another dog's urine.
Very good. Any questions? So did that kind of help out a little bit?
Yes.
On the other one? Yeah. Okay. So that one, his main focus was on what animal? This one was on the dogs. So those of you who have a lot of your hunting dogs always in kennels, yeah? So you guys gotta make sure you guys shoot out your kennels very well, because that is a cause. Next. One.
It's just costing.
Two.
Mari.
Sage.
Okay, get bird flu. Okay. Bird flu is caused by infection with avian influenza type A virus. These viruses occur naturally among wild aquatic birds worldwide and can infect domestic poultry and other bird and animal species. Avian flu viruses do not normally affect humans. However, human infections with avian flu virus have occurred. Viruses can sicken and even kill certain domestic bird species, including chickens, ducks, and turkeys. Symptoms is sudden death, soft eggs, coughing, sneezing, diarrhea, and fewer eggs. And there's no treatment to this stuff.
Is that difficult?
No.
Yeah, good job. Anybody have questions about the bird flu? Now, what does that affect? Birds. Very good.
Hold on.
Alright. Everybody ready for the next one?
Oh, wait. What does Bryson have? Cat. My disease is canine hepatitis. Dogs can get this disease from a virus called CAP1. They can also get it from contact with saliva, urine, or feces. The effects on the animal is that the tonsils and lymph nodes get infected, and after 4 to 9 days, the virus enters the bloodstream, causing kidney and liver failure, and sometimes death. Diagnosis begins with a physical exam of your dog. There's different ways. There's some ways, some of this here. There's a chemistry panel. This test will see how much red and white blood cells your dog has, and ELISA testing will see if your dog has been exposed to any pathogens, and if it produces any antibodies. And the symptoms your dog can have is nausea, coughing, sore throat, and bleeding on the teeth. And this virus is highly contagious to other dogs.
Any questions?
What's his last name?
Bryson, he has 2 last names. Bryson, one is
Santa Monica.
Santa Monica. Alright, who would like to be next?
Joe Mari.
Go ahead.
I did my project on E. coli in pocket pets. E. coli is a bacteria that is usually found in the intestine of animals. Newborn and young pets are more vulnerable to E. coli because of their poor immune system. Your pet can get E. coli if your pet lives in poor condition, drinks contaminated water, or
contaminated food. Some symptoms include abdominal pain, depression, diarrhea, fever, and fluid buildup in the abdomen. The best way for diagnosis, you should bring your pet to a vet so it can get a. Also, he can examine the pet's blood and feces. E. coli can be contagious to humans if you touch a pet and you don't wash your hands. You can also get it if you drink unpasteurized milk, some raw fruits and vegetables. The best way to protect yourself from getting E. coli is to always wash your hands after you touch a pet. Or if you're a pet, you should always clean his or her environment. And some of the pets are the pig and hedgehog, mice, hamster, and guinea pig.
Very good.
I have a question. What is the disease called?
Coli.
E. coli.
E. coli. Oh. E. coli. E. coli.
Very good. Now we talked about pasteurization of milk. Do we do pasteurization here?
Yeah.
So if you guys do not do it correctly, there is a way you can get
E. coli.
Yeah. So when you guys pasteurize the goat milk, or when I have my teas and stuff pasteurized, you have to follow the procedures. Yes, it does take a while, but if you don't follow it, you could get E. coli. Yes.
What do you do for the, whatever it's called, pasteurization?
What do you do with it?
Yeah,
So after you get the milk, right, from butterscotch, you put it in the refrigerator until you're ready to pasteurize. So right now we have Deanne upstairs actually pasteurizing right now. What she's going to do is she's going to filter it out, because when you are milking, there are fur, there's everything kind of going around while you're milking. So she filters it to make sure there's no rubbish or any particles inside the milk. Then what you do is you boil it so it gets to 160 degrees. Okay, so you boil it out. Then immediately take it off and put it in an ice bath down to 60 degrees. That's your burning, that's your kill zone. During that time zone, all the bacteria will be killed during that time. Once it's down to the 60 degree weather, 60 degree temp, then you can put it in your bottles ready to sell. Okay? So E. coli can be due for milk, so it's very important that you follow the procedures. Okay, very good. Next.
Wait, this.
Yes.
We turn in our
Yes, make sure I get your brochures.
I wasn't even done too.
My next person, Connor.
So, I'm honored. I had the coronavirus. It's a highly contagious intestinal disease that can be found in dogs. It's an infection caused by other intestinal enteric pathogens. If puppies catch the infection, it usually results in death. Symptoms are vomiting, diarrhea, anorexia, depression, respiratory problems, and dehydration. Treatment and preventions. Treatment is typically limited to supportive care such as fluid therapy, rest, antibiotics to help prevent further infection. Prevention would be to separate dogs that are not sick from the ones that are sick. And the virus can easily be killed by household disinfectants or disinfecting household chemicals such as bleach. And then pictures. Any questions?
What was your what was the thing called?
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
No, it is not the alcohol. Coronavirus with the H. Very good. Becca. You're up, guys.
Okay, I did on chlamydia and
Wait, can you repeat that?
chlamydia. So I did it on cats. specific. And the causes of chlamydia would be like if an animal is like crowded in a kennel, so it can catch that, or cough from humans to animals, but it doesn't have to be direct. And if an animal comes in with into a contaminated object, it can spread from that. And so chlamydia is a very small bacterium that, like a virus, requires to biochemical mechanism of another cell in order to reproduce. Bacteria of this type cause virus disease, including trauma or dysplasia and beauty. And it is contagious.
Huh?
It's contagious.
What was the virus?
Chlamydia.
Good
Is there
job.
any signs that you can see off the bat that you know that you may have it? No, so like that picture. It usually affects the eye. Very good. So as you can see, a little kid's in his eye, so that is one symptom that can kind of tell you what he may or may not have. Very good. Brooks. Darren, Domingo. Weston?
I had a shell rot, and it's in turtles.
Shell rot.
We shell rock?
Yes.
Shell. Like turtle shells?
Rot?
Rot. Yeah, they're gonna rot in a shell. Rotten shell.
The effects on the animals is usually unpleasant discharge from the affected area, and it's often reddish fluid. It's visible under the shell plates. It's not contagious to people because, well, we don't have shells. So, it gets contracted usually by attacks from another animal or algae getting under the shell plates and just rotting. And then the treatments usually include realigning the shell plates and keeping it separated from other turtles.
Very good. Any questions? Samantha? Jason G. Darren Gonzalez.
I have the facts, but just not the brochure.
You have the fact around the brochure. Ramos.
And just go through it.
I know, Jamar.
My name is Jamar. My stuff is hip dysplasia. Hip dysplasia.
What's your name?
Jamar.
Seriously?
No, I think it's Jeremy, that's why.
Yeah, the way they find out if you have hip dysplasia is by a physical exam and x-rays. It can eventually cause crippling lameness and painful arthritis of the joints. Some symptoms that causes bunny hopping, difficulty getting up, stiffness and pain. The cause of it is the improperly formed hip joint, and since it's loose, the leg bone moves around a lot and it causes painful damage. It's not contagious to humans or other animals because it's inherited, because it's caused by an inherited defect, so you can't prevent it.
Any questions?
MVP? Or do you know my right?
No. It doesn't take dollars. Anthony? Joshua? Christian, you're gonna put it after later. Alright. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, so everyone's doing at lunch.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So you guys all know. Great, have a seat. Not letting you know yet. Jordan, whatever papers you guys have.
I got the faculty in my lunch.
Miss, can I do that?
Just getting those things.
Have a seat. Those of you who did not have your presentations ready for this period, I will accept it during lunch, but you will have points deducted. Okay, you will have points deducted. How long did you guys have for this project? 2 weeks. You guys had 2 weeks. Plus we had a computer lab day yesterday. So Mama Bear is not too happy about that. Yes. You guys had 2 weeks. It is your responsibility. You guys are old enough. I'm not going to hold your hand. You guys should have known when it was due. This is part of your final now. Remember this. So, today is Friday. It's the last day I see you guys this week. So that means it's Friday! Woo! So, those of you doing the fish pond, please make sure you do not throw the fish back into the pond. Yes, you put them in nicely. You do not drop the turtles in the pond. You put them in nicely. Whoever did it 2 weeks ago, you guys did a good job because we didn't have to clean it last week. So very good job.
Yes, they started before class. Yeah.
Those of you who are doing guinea pigs, if you guys are doing guinea pigs, you also have to do the 2 ducks. Okay, so you just kind of scoop up that area, put new sawdust in for that. Those of you who are scrubbing shop, you can also help the guinea pig and the duck area. Make sure that's all set to go. Down below, chickens, make sure we grab whatever eggs. We are not feeding anybody because there's still another period after this, so do not feed animals. What about sawdust? Sawdust can go in because they like to roll, so that'll make them happy. Please make sure that we do Bingo's poop today, and I don't always want Ryan to do it. I know he's done it for 3 weeks already. Okay? So you guys better be into it and help, and I don't want to see him with that wheelbarrow. Make sure you guys take the wheelbarrows down that are not gap wheelbarrows. Those of you washing dogs, we have 3 dogs now. Gotta wash all 3 dogs. Be careful with Bella. Yeah, watch your legs. I will be going around checking everybody. Also, while you guys are doing, we're also going to be working Bingo up too today. So just do your jobs while Bingo will be walking up and down. Okay? And getting his roofs clean because tomorrow his roofs are getting trimmed. Yay. Okay? Any questions? I don't have numbers. I mean, I don't have stage. You never roll. I'm just going to roll with that one. Yes. Yeah. Sorry.